Hi everyone, it's Alex with Wide Awake Travels. This project is going to be about building a bed frame for our bed lift, because our lift is going to get raised up above our head so we can have storage room and office space underneath. And I wanted to build it out of some strong material because it's going to be above our heads. I didn't want to just use wood. I wish I used aluminum, but I don't know how to weld aluminum and I don't have equipment. So I got some steel tubing, rectangular tubing, and angle iron and some expanded metal. And I'll show you in this video how I made this. Alright, I want to show you what I'm doing here with the bed frame. This is 1x2 rectangular tubing, 14 gauge thickness steel, and I'm cutting it under a 45-degree angle. And I'm making the outside frame of our bed. I have taken an angle grinder on each edge. I kind of cut a groove like a 45-degree, so there when I weld it, it can get in. And I have these magnetic 90 degrees, so that's how I'm gonna weld it all up all around. Here is the frame. My welds are not pretty, but it's strong. I tested it. I hung it like this on a big branch, and I was sitting in the middle, and I was like jumping on it, and it can handle my weight, so it'll be good. What I got here is a angle iron. It's 1.5 inch by 2 inches. It's 1/8 inch thick. I really wanted 1 inch by 2 inches, but they didn't have it at the store, so I got 1.5 by 2. And I already put one here, and the other one's gonna go over here. So this way I save on weight because I don't need to add a whole rectangular tubing. This is lighter, and I'm putting the 1.5 piece is gonna be the horizontal one because I really need the more strength vertically, so that's why I have 2 inches here. I'm gonna weld that up and go to the next step. What I have here is a expanded sheet of steel. It is 1.5 inch raised number 9. That is the designation for it if you want to do this the same way. So instead of putting plywood and screwing plywood and drilling a bunch of holes for air vent, because you need that for your mattress so you don't get mold under the mattress, I decided to get this raised expanded sheet and just weld it up, and that's gonna give us more structural support too, to hold all this rectangular tubing and angle iron that I welded. That's not ideal welds. Just gonna add, and it's gonna add a lot of ventilation under the mattress, right? And the problem is this is a 4x8 sheet of expanded sheet, and you know, my frame is a little less than 5 feet wide, so I'm gonna have to cut these pieces off and kind of add them there probably and weld them up. Here's the progress. This large piece I shortened it so it gets on this cross piece, and then what's left over I made one larger piece there, and then I have these left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do them like this, probably like this, cross piece, stack them like that. This is gonna be this area that's gonna have the least traffic here, so that one, that's why I put it in that corner. That's kind of like the weakest point because of all these small pieces. Here's the progress. I welded these pieces up. I can walk on top of it now. It's perfect. And I finally tuned the welder correctly, so my welds are much better now, but I'm almost done with the build, so I wish I figured it out sooner. I just have this little section. I welded them about every 6 inches. Some areas I did it 4 inches maybe, but about 6 inches, you see. So I'm cutting up pieces of this skinny one and putting them like that next to each other. I'm gonna weld them together and weld them to the frame. Okay, the bed frame is done. It's looking good. Now I got over here a Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer, and we're gonna just paint it 2 coats at least, all of it. And we're not gonna put any paint on top of it because it's not gonna be visible. And I got a roller. I'm just gonna roll it and then maybe the sides with a brush. Here I am in the bus. I put the frame down. I installed 2 of the track actuators. They have the brackets, 2. I still have to do 2 of them. And they're L brackets, and the frame is sitting on the L brackets. It's not screwed into the L brackets yet, so it's kind of floating. I just want to test it out. If they're in the opposite corners, one is here, one is over there. I want to see if they'll be able to raise it. There we go. Oh, I had some wires hanging that got caught. There we go. That's looking good. See how it's sitting over here? I still gotta put some screws and mount that in there. And we have enough height that we can just walk under it without ducking. I will have a separate video showing how I build this bed lift, the whole system, because I built it from scratch with some track actuators. I'm in the process of setting that up now. I'll have a separate video for that. And somebody on Reddit suggested that to make these less sharp, I can put some like a rubber coating, like plastic dip. So I might do that, I might not. I mean, I'm not worried about these. I'm worried more about the cuts here. So I might put like some like duct tape there, or I might get some plastic dip and paint those areas. I don't think I'm gonna paint the whole thing. I'll check it out if after some time the mattress gets ripped up or something for some reason, then I'll put a plastic dip on it. But I don't think it's gonna be an issue, except maybe just in these spots here where I have cuts. This is, once I put this primer on here, it kind of made it a little more smooth and not sharp.